Hello guys, and welcome back to the Timely Teacherpreneur. It's Rainey Barton over here. I am a teacherpreneur productivity mentor that helps other teacherpreneurs master their time and energy so that they can scale their business without ditch the hustle and grind, break up with busy, and stop sacrificing their mental health. And in today's video, we are going to talk a little bit more TPT today and how to spruce up your TPT shop, just to streamline it, make it more effective, make it work for you, because we're all about working less and making more. So we're going to be talking about a bunch of different things, from like product categories to creating similar listings to UTM codes to bundles to like all of the things and more, just how to spruce up your TPT shop. So if you're excited for that, then make sure to sit on, get your favorite cup of coffee. I just have water for now because I need to be better at drinking water, and we're going to get started. Okay, so a lot of this is going to actually take place over on TPT, just so I can like screenshot things and you can actually see it. But I want to just talk a little bit about what I mean by sprucing up your TPT. So you want to make sure that your TPT shop, if you don't know what that is, it's Teachers Pay Teachers. So this is specifically for teacher sellers. So if you're not a teacher and you don't have a teacher seller business, this video really doesn't pertain to you. But the reason you want your TPT shop is you want your TPT shop to be working for you as best as it can. You want everything to have a purpose. You want to make sure you have featured products. You want to make sure that you have categories so people can find things easily. You want to make sure that your titles are things that people are looking for through SEO, which that's search engine optimization. I don't have a video on that. I have a friend that does. I'll link to her video. But you want to make sure that everything is working for you. Everything in my shop has a purpose. Everything is laid out the way that it is for a purpose: to make more money, to get known and noticed in front of more people, to build familiarity with people. And so I'm just going to take you through my TPT shop so you can see how to spruce up things for your own TPT shop, and then we'll just keep going from there. So I'm just going to briefly show you my TPT shop really quick, and then we're just going to go through how to spruce up your shop to make it look better, more aesthetically pleasing, also just save you more time and just want people to gravitate to your page. Because I don't know if you've seen other people's TPT shops before and you get to their page and it's just not exciting, and I don't know, the products just don't look appealing, and like you're just not interested in it, and that is not what we want for you. So if you look, I have a pretty consistent feel. Now, if you see, most of my products have the same look. Some of them look like this, but that is because I am slowly moving all of my products to looking like this. This is like much better than this. So that's just a work in progress in and of itself. But that's the first thing we'll talk about, is product cover consistency. So you don't want all of your products to look completely different. I mean, that's fine if you really want to do it that way, but I want people to see a product and immediately go, oh, that's Whimsically Musical's product. That's Rainey. I love her. She's great. I trust all of her products. I'm going to buy from her more. And so with this one, at least, all of the products look the same. They're just different colors, and the colors are just part of my brand. So like I have 5 brand colors that I work with, but they all look the same. So if someone was to stumble onto my page or even just look up one of these products, they would go, oh yeah, that's all Rainey. Like they all look exactly the same, which is what I'm going to go for my editing days. I started by updating my best products, my best sellers. So that's what I'm doing in order. So you want to make sure that you spend some time figuring out what your product covers should look like. I recommend using your brand colors. I recommend having big fonts, using your main fonts, which I actually need to change these as well, because this is not the font that I decided to go with for my business. So I need to change that as well. But you need to make sure that it's big, it's noticeable, that people can easily see your product. So things using like mock-ups and stuff on your covers will definitely help people be able to see better what the product looks like. So you want to make sure that it looks not like anybody else's, but that it's very clearly yours. So what I would recommend is looking at your favorite people that you buy from all the time. So for example, someone that I love to pieces is Becca Davis. I buy her stuff all the time. And so look at the people that you love and see, what do you love about their product covers, and how do you always know it's their product cover? And then how can you take what you love about theirs and put it into your own? And so that's something that I would definitely spend time on, is figuring out your product covers for sure. So then along with that, then we want to actually get to other parts of your page. So featured items. You can have 4 featured items, which actually this is great that I'm doing this, because this is letting me know to change these out, because Jazz Appreciation Month was April. But if you didn't know that you could have featured items, you should have 4 featured items at the top. It can either be best sellers or things that you really want to sell within that month. So for example, April was Jazz Appreciation Month. I was really pushing my jazz musician posters and my Jazz Appreciation Month virtual library. And then these are just 2 best sellers of mine. And I know that summer is coming up, so I really wanted to push my Harry Potter themed classroom decor. So if you want to make something into a featured product, this is how you will do it. You go to my product listings. That's what it is. It's been a hot minute. Sorry, y'all. And it's taking forever. Okay, you go to your product listings and you do quick edit. And then this is where you will click featured. Now, it won't let me click that right now because I already have 404 used. So if I wanted to make it this, I would have to go to one that I already know is part of it, which I know this is because it says featured. And I would unclick the box if I didn't want it to be featured anymore. And then you would just press save, update, and then it'll update it. So now that we know that, let me go back to my shop. Okay, so that's how you make featured items. So that's something really important to have as well, so that you actually have items up at the top. I didn't have items up at the top for years, and I was like, oh, how does everybody else have that? It's not hard. Make sure you have that. You also want to make sure that your banners are doing something for you. Like this banner could actually be doing a little bit better for me. I could have it saying click here for like my top products like ever, and it could take people right there. But that's what this one is doing. Like this one says latest products, click above to follow me and receive updates, and click here to shop my most recently posted products. So my banners are also doing stuff for me. And then over on the side, this is just saying that I have hands-on engaging resources. So making sure that your banners are doing more for you than just saying your name, because you can actually click on this and it'll actually bring you to my most recently posted products. So that's super awesome. Another thing when sprucing up your shop is to make sure that your logo actually either has a picture of you or it has your logo very clearly across the top. You don't want to hide per se behind your logo, but you want to make sure that your logo actually matches your brand colors. Everything matches. If you see, these are the colors you find in my shop. Those are where you find in my logo. That's where you find everywhere. And then along with that, you want to make sure that you also have some sort of free download available for your audience so that they are able to see some of your work. So for me right now, I have my Duke Ellington virtual music library, or not library, virtual music field trip. And I've got 591 downloads on it. Awesome. So I gave this because I sell a lot of virtual music field trips. And so if they liked this one, then they'll go and buy my other ones, which has been working pretty well because my virtual music field trips are some of my best sellers in my shop. Then we get to over here, custom categories. Those are super important because I don't know about you, but when I go onto other people's pages and I'm looking for maybe a specific holiday theme, like a Halloween resource, or I'm looking for something on Soul Me, or I'm looking for something on like rhythm, like Tigga Tigga. If people have the custom categories, it makes me, one, more likely to find it, and two, then I'm definitely going to buy it because they knew I was searching for it. And so how you do that is really simple as well. So we're going to go back to the product listings. And we're going to do edit, not quick edit. And then it's all the way at the very, very bottom. Where is it? There it is. Custom category. But these are the categories that I have. I could just pick one and then save it. And then every time that I go back to that category, I can click right here and it'll bring it all. Right there, all of my virtual music field trips. So I definitely recommend you taking time to categorize all of your products currently. And so how you actually create them is by doing my product listings again. You go there quite a lot. And custom categories, manage your categories. And this is where you can also do the order of them. So St. Patrick's Day is not happening anymore, and neither is Women's History Month, so I can get rid of those little stars. They don't have to be at the top anymore. Maybe I really want classroom decor to be at the top right now because summer is coming up. I can do that, save the changes, and then classroom decor is at the top now, and then all of this has slowly lowered its way back into the rankings. So that's another great way to organize and figure out which ones can be at the top, because I like to put the ones at the top of the categories that I know I'm going to be using a lot more as of late, or that are coming into season. So that's a way to work it with and against you. Another way to spruce up your shop is through just having high quality titles. So I'm not really going to go into this a lot. I have a friend that has a way better video at this than I do. But all of these titles I researched through like Ubersuggest, which is, it lets you check how Google ranks and what people are searching for in Google. But I also just typed stuff into TPT. And if I was searching for it, chances are somebody else was searching for it. So this is all very strategically crafted. Like, I knew people would look up Ella Fitzgerald, but I typed virtual music field trip because people typed that into TPT. Day in the life was just something I added. Or another example, I knew that people were going to look up Rattle and Bog. It's St. Patrick's Day music. It's a folk song, and it's a Google Slides activity. So if people type any of those things in, they'll be able to find my product. It'd be a lot better than if I just titled this Rattle and Bog Music Activity. People might not really find that as easily. Whereas right now, if you type in Rattle and Bog Music, mine is the first one. Wham, bam, boom. So it's really important to remember and review what the titles are of your products. And so don't just go about this all willy-nilly. Take time and actually type your titles into TPT. And if a lot of results are not coming up, or results that you don't really want to be associated with that are not close to matching what your product is, then that's not a good title for it. So a great way to spruce up your shop is by making sure that your titles are actually like searchable and that people are looking for them. And then outside of that, also having a good product description if you want to spruce up your shop. So if you look, I have a lot of stuff under there. I make sure to use a bunch of keywords. So for this one, this is a music virtual field trip. So I say sharing famous musicians for Black History Month, Ella Fitzgerald, students in the music room. What if we went on a virtual field trip? You get to spend the day with jazz singer Ella Fitzgerald. You get to learn her song, perform an instrument and classroom game, a tisket, a tasket. I have a bunch of keywords in there. I talk about how it comes in PowerPoint and Google Slides, and I explain exactly what the resource is, what it includes, a 40-slide virtual field trip, an instrument play-along, and classroom game. You may also like, and I put related items. And then I have my join my email community and let's connect blog, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, email. I should probably put Pinterest as well. But that way they know exactly what they are getting, and it's very easy for them to make a decision. And if that wasn't good enough, then I will also convince them by sprucing them up through product videos. So you can have a product video for all of your products, except for if it's a Google Slides one, then there's a hack for that. And I will share a link to my friend's video that taught me how to make like a GIF, an animated GIF. Product videos allow them to see exactly what's included in this. And so I'm not going to play this whole one, but in this one, I just go through every single slide of my PowerPoint, of my field trip, so that they can see exactly what's expected, that there's videos in it, that there's an interactive component at the end where they're getting to do a game. And that'll make people buy them way a lot more. And then if that wasn't enough, in my little previews as well, or my thumbnails as well, I'm explaining more. This says, take a journey through Ella Fitzgerald's life and career. Comes with video clips of the artist's musical talents. Includes a rhythmic play-along and game door song, a tisket, a tasket. And then if that wasn't enough to really hook them, I have one more preview. I show some images from the set, just to really let them see and experience what this resource is going to be. So that there is no question in their mind of what they are going to get when they get this resource. Because the biggest problem that people say often is, oh, the resource doesn't match what I thought it was going to be. And if they didn't, it means you either, one, sometimes they're wrong. The two, it might have just meant you didn't describe it well enough in your product description, or you explained it poorly, you didn't have a video, you didn't have thumbnails that explained it, you didn't showcase it in a way that shows exactly what it does and who it serves, and we don't want to get bad ratings. That's how people end up rating it bad. Now, this one is my bestseller, but it hasn't gotten a lot of reviews yet. But they've all been 5 stars, except for one was 4. So I'm very clear at explaining what the product does and what it can do. I've gone from having like 40 reviews to 80 reviews in the past month and a half, just because I've taken more time on all of this. And yes, I will say it all takes a lot more on the back end to do all of this, but it's definitely worth your time. And then that's basically it for like how to spruce up your TPT shop, things that you can like start taking into consideration when you're looking at your own shop. Because if you go onto someone's shop and you absolutely love theirs, take note of what you like about theirs. Is it the colors that they use, the branding that they use? Is it how well they describe their products? Is it, do you really like the way that they do their preview videos? Can you make your preview videos like theirs? Take note on products and sellers that you really, really enjoy and see what you can take from theirs and implement into your own shop. Because if it's working really, really well for them, then it can work really well for you too in your own unique way. And that's it for sprucing up your TPT shop. Those are just some easy tips and tricks that you can do to just make your shop look a little bit nicer, make your shop flow a lot more. It's all about branding, consistency, anything that you can do to just make your shop stand out so that when people go onto your shop, they go, wow, this girl knows what she's doing. She has really nice products. Everything looks really great. I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff from her. Because at the end of the day, that's what we all want, is to work less and make more. So I would definitely recommend starting with like 1 or 2 of these tips. Don't try to do all of these tips at the same time. That's definitely going to overwhelm you. But there's definitely a lot of things in there that you can unpack. And we'll definitely break down each of those things into further videos down the line. But this is a great thing to do, especially with summer coming around the corner. Is take the time to spruce up your shop in the summer so that it's working for you all year long and you're not trying to catch up to like updating all of your product covers or creating categories for your items or all of those things. Do it in the summer. I'm going to be doing mine as well. As you saw, I had some things I needed to fix. But I hope this video was super helpful for you. If you have any questions on any of the things that we talked about in this video, please feel free to reach out. I would love to get to connect with you, and definitely check out future videos so that we can be our best teacherpreneur selves and work less and make more. With that, my son is definitely about to wake up. I've gotten really lucky that I've filmed 3 videos while he's asleep, and I took a nap with him for an hour of it. So I'm gonna let you guys go, but I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe so you catch all future videos. Bye guys.